Thornton, who have fielded a team for Youth Speaks for, as far as I know, the last 5 or 6 years, and do very well at it. We had a go for the first time because we thought we've got some really passionate children in school, and we did auditions and people came and talked to us. Some of you today will have come and spoke to us, which we really appreciated, but these 3 took on the challenge and we went and competed. We split the vote. We didn't win the competition, but the judges were really, really impressed. For the first time, we didn't know the format properly. We hadn't had this exposure before, but they blew the minds of the judges at how passionate they were about the subject they're going to talk to you about today. So we thought it would be nice if they could come and share that, and hopefully you'll take a little bit from this, because it is really, really important things that they're talking about today.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mohammed and I am the chairperson of this cherished team. Allow me to introduce my 2 trustworthy companions. To my right is Ghulum Sultan. He is our main golden asset. He will be indulging you with our chosen topic of value of education. To my left is Maria Thompson. She is our intelligent brain. These 2 friends are delighted to be here as much as I am to speak to my fellow peers at this very rare opportunity. I would like to start by saying, instructions end in a schoolroom. However, education only ends with lives. What does that mean? How does this affect us? Why am I saying this? Time to think. Education is needed for lots of reasons. I will only touch upon them because I know my team will delve into the topic. Sustainability, hard work and opportunities. These are some of the most important, valuable and invincible reasons. However, they all sum up to one thing. Your skills are invaluable. I know some students hate school. They make excuses for homework. Some of them are like, I couldn't log on because my password was wrong, even though the teacher said it to them 4 million times. We as a team love education because we know they lead to potential, future, and could possibly save lives. They could even better our lives and communities. I want people to know that taking education for granted is an inequality. Some people are unfortunate that they sit on floors under motorways to learn along with others. How dangerous is that? However, they do advance. That brings me back to my question. What does education only end with lives mean? I will hand this responsibility over to my colleague Ghulum, who I'm sure will impress you, I hope. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed, for introducing our team. Education is the key to everything, from the phone in your pocket to the watch on your wrist. None of this would be possible without education. What is education but the beauty of life itself, the evolution and the revolution, the mind-blowing technology to the car you drive every morning? Education made all of this possible, and without education, we would be nowhere and have nothing. Now, how important is education to you? What is the value of education to us? For many in the world, it's their struggle, their will to go on, to keep fighting, shown by Malala Yousafzai. As she quite rightly quoted, one child, one teacher, one pen and one book can change the world. Malala, the girl who was shot in the head for being an activist for girls' educational needs, their own rights, in what used to be a Taliban-occupied area, she fought hard for education. And education holds a lot of value for her and struggling people, but what about us? I'm not suggesting for 1 minute we should go around shooting teenagers to get them to value education. But what is education for the typical British teenager? A drag, a pain, a punishment. What we don't think of is the children learning in the motorways, being shot, fighting for an education, war and conflict all around them as they click their dirty ripped books for dear life. Education is a luxury, and to some, like a diamond to be cherished and treasured. Education is the reason why we are still healthy. However, not everybody gets this luxury, as 124 million children and adolescents are out of school. That's 9% of all children and a jaw-dropping 17% of all adolescents. And the sad fact is that 24 million of them will not even be able to enter a school, and the number is going no higher. But we need to change that quickly, for education is left a dream for those children. Education has and will continue to astonish us. We the children are the future, and it's up to everybody to make sure we shape our planet to the best it can be, just like the exceptional school we belong to. our education, just like you really need those new shoes. We need our education more than you need the new Call of Duty. And we need these values of education that make us the future prime ministers, politicians, the surgeons, entrepreneurs. We as humans need to restore the rights to every single child, starved of hope and education. The United Nations Convention on Children's Human Rights, Article 28 states that children have the right to an education. Discipline in schools should respect children's human dignity. Primary education should be free. Also, more economically developed countries should have LEDCs. Then why is it that children living in LEDCs are spending their days working when they should be learning? There are children in this world who can't even dream about education, but still they crave what we take for granted. These children can't even afford paper, but still they try to get what we have. And in some more developed areas, there are schools, but they are too dangerous to go to and have horrible conditions. We can go to school and know we are safe, but some can't. Imagine now that the roof over your head could collapse at any second. Sitting on the dirty, damp floor of class. A quote from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Education is the ray of hope they cling on to, and we as people, as humans, need to help make that hope a reality. These children spend most of their lives wishing they were someone else. We are extremely lucky that we have everything we do, and we need to value our education and look at it as a privilege. All that homework that you forgot, all those 50-minute periods where you just zoned out completely, all those stressful and useless tests we do. Well, why don't we try it? Everybody take a step back and think of all the privileges we have, from the food on the table, to the knowledge in your mind, to the roof over your head. Our petty issues about homework, tests, school and jobs are nothing in comparison to the stress and problems children our age and LEDCs are facing. They are hugely greater on scale, from providing for little siblings to working for money, starvation, sickness and diseases. Next time you get stressed about homework or work or jobs, think about them. Also, if there's one thing we want you to leave this room with, is that education only ends with life, but instructions end with the classroom. Thank you. Also, thank you to Miss Isherwood, who poured her heart out into guiding our exemplary team. We are truly blessed to have such amazing teachers and such an amazing school. Thank you.
Thank you, Ghulum, for that very inspirational speech. Now, I am more than happy to present to you Maria, who will astonish you, I'm sure, with a lovely voice and dialogue.
Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for life. What do you make of that quote? Education, to me, is basically being taught and learning useful things in life, for now and for later. Think about it. You wouldn't be who you are without education. How? I'll elaborate further. One of the most basic things you were educated to do was to communicate. If you weren't able to talk to people, how far would you go? How would you make those amazing friends you have? People connect with words. If you look at other animals, they don't need constant speech. Yet we humans rely on speaking. No matter what language you speak, you comprehend what others say through words. If you don't know how to use words, you wouldn't be able to converse. Going further, without education, we wouldn't be able to read. How would you explore the beauty of books? For books merely contain words. However, behind and beyond these words are ideas, stories and dreams. We take things for granted. We do. It is in our nature as humans too. We take education for granted. We don't see it as a privilege or an advantage, simply because it was never taken away from us. I see it as a gift, and I think very well of my inspiring teachers, simply because they have given me this gift. This gift is my present. Yes, it is my present and it will be my future too. I love it because it gives me opportunities, not just in academics, but in life in general. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you for listening once more to our speech. We are full of emotions and thoughts about education. They are positive and maybe some negative. I'm only joking. Please give a round of applause for our audience and Miss Darcy for this opportunity. After all, it's her leadership of the school that has given us this passion and opportunity. As Maria referred to education as a gift, I would like to thank Miss Darcy for a gift to us all. Finally, Miss Isherwood for her passion and determination within us. Are there any questions from the audience?
There's one question I want to ask is how on earth did you have the spirit to do that presentation? That was absolutely phenomenal. I genuinely do not know how you didn't win. That was stunning, and the fact that you wrote it yourselves, absolutely amazing. So I could not have had a farewell assembly without you three. So please, just one round of applause.